What's up, all of my horror fanatics out there? Welcome back. I'm the Jay Sloan, and I'm back here to do another video for you guys today. Today's date is December 13th, 2019, and before I go any further, I want to say happy Friday the 13th. I hope everyone is having a great Friday the 13th, watching plenty of horror films or watching just the Friday the 13th franchise in general. I have something pretty awesome planned, and this is a Joe Bob's Red Christmas movie madness. Been counting down the days since the Halloween Hootenanny, which I did alongside Chris Brock, and we had a really fun time doing it. And we're here, guys. We're less than 17 minutes away, and we're gonna be seeing what we're gonna watch. The three films that we're gonna watch for the Red Christmas on Joe Bob special. Super excited. I'll be joined by Chris Brock. Also, I may be joined in a little bit by another friend who you'll know and you'll get to see. Special guest, if you will, possibly. I don't know for sure yet, but he may be here. And yeah, the three films that I hope we watch. The first one, as you can see, if you can't tell by my shirt, if you can't see the title and the from Billy on the ornament down there, Black Christmas is one that I hope we watch. I feel like it would be a missed opportunity should it be passed up because it's on Shudder. Another one that's on there, Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. Christmas Evil's on there as well. Jack Frost is on there. Deadly Games. There's so many different options, but I'm hoping this one is a for sure pick. That's why I wore the shirt for the evening. Yes, guys, Movie Madness got tons of clips to show. Great food, great beer, and just a lot of fun. I'm super excited about it.
22 minutes until Joe Bob's Red Christmas. Cannot wait. I'm going to be very disappointed if it is not Batman and Robin. Alright everybody, this here is going to be my introduction portion of the video, and yeah, back here again on the Jay Sloan's channel to do another Movie Madness. That scared the hell out of me. To do another Movie Madness with him, and it is going to be none other than, sorry, had to flip that open there, it was a Facebook notification. None other than Joe Bob's Red Christmas. Now, we don't know what we're going to be watching. That's the bad thing, but I'm fingers crossed that we're going to be watching some good movies. Hopefully, Black Christmas, Silent Night, Deadly Night. All I know is it's going to be a hell of a time. You know, watching movies with my friends. You know, Joe Bob always makes me laugh. I love his sense of humor, so that's going to be good. And yeah, stay tuned for the really good bits in this video, and hopefully I can make it past the first movie. Last time, I fell asleep during, the middle or maybe towards the end of Halloween 4, and I woke up at Halloween 5. That clip is so funny. If you guys haven't seen it, go back and watch the Movie Madness on the Halloween Hootenanny. That cracked me up. But yeah, guys, I'm ready to have a good time, and hopefully you guys enjoy the video.
Okay, so as you guys can see, Joe Bob begins in 5:40:39. I'm joined here right now with Chris Brock and Jeremy Burchett. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
We are waiting to be checking out the three movies that Joe Bob's going to be showing soon. Wanted to shoot this little opening here and see what you guys are into tonight, what you guys are eating, what you're drinking, what you're getting ready for, what you hope for, what you hate, what you love, what you desire.
For me, I'm hoping Black Christmas, Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. Honestly, anything really. Hopefully Black Christmas and Silent Night, Deadly Night are the two. And I'll be eating me some pizza tonight, and then drinking a little bit of pop, a little bit of water, a little bit of everything.
Nice. Nothing wrong with pizza and some pop, water. Good stuff.
Wish I had some wings.
Oh, man, me too. Wish I had some wings too. Some ribs, some barbecue ribs would be good.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Jeremy?
I'm not here to conversate, man.
Don't need to conversate.
I'm just kidding. Might have a little bit of medicine, some NyQuil, maybe an alcoholic beverage. I don't know. I'm sick.
Nothing wrong with those two.
I don't really have an appetite.
I've got the alcoholic beverage and the NyQuil on hand, left hand, right hand. I'm holding the camera with my cock. No, just kidding.
Oh wow, pretty impressive.
It is impressive. So we've got exactly 3 minutes, 26, 25, 24 seconds left until Joe Bob begins. I'm excited to see what we have in store. This is the first clip of many, and yeah, it's almost 3 minutes long. So I'm going to cut it here, and I'll probably do another clip here in a second when we find out what we're actually going to watch. Hopefully, Black Christmas, Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm hoping Deadly Games is the third pick, or at least one of the picks, because I want to see it. But Christmas Evil is really cool, too. So either way you go, or Jack Frost, either way you go, you're not losing. So I'm going to end the clip here. You guys got any final things to say before we find out what we're going to be watching in the next 2 minutes?
Can't wait. Can't wait to see what it is.
I'm optimistic.
Alrighty, guys. See you guys back here in a little bit with some more clips. Okay, so we have found out that we are, in fact, watching, first on the list, Black Christmas from 1974, directed by Bob Clark. Oddly enough, the same man who directed Christmas Story, which is, it's always baffled me, to be honest, but really excited to watch this one. Chris, what do you think about Black Christmas?
I love Black Christmas, man. I think it's a great horror film. I don't think, I know a lot of people enjoy it, but I don't know. In some ways, I feel it's a little underrated, like when it comes to mainstream top horror films.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you have this film, and then you have obviously the remake, I guess you would call it, a Black Christmas. I think that came out on the same. It's coming out today, or either it was yesterday or today.
Yeah,
so
I think it was released today.
Yeah, so we're watching this one. I mean, obviously, this one created a lot of tropes that you would find later in horror films, and a lot of different things that people would come to follow. And absolutely love this one. One of my favorite Christmas horror films of all time, probably right there next to Silent Night, Deadly Night. And I'm excited to get to watch it. Glad that I wore the shirt. Hoping that maybe we get to watch Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 next. Not sure, but gonna enjoy this one while it lasts. And yeah, I love the POV shots we're seeing here.
It definitely creates the atmosphere.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, something. I think Joe Bob just talked about it a little bit, but something that John Carpenter would follow years to come with Halloween. And, I give Halloween all the praise in the world. It's my favorite, probably my favorite horror film of all time. And, but I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due. This is where those shots were originally invented in a way. I mean, the POV shots for this is what inspired Halloween, so it was that sort of invention for Carpenter to kind of base those shots off of, and really loved it. So, watching Black Christmas, guys, from 1974, which also, I believe Texas Chainsaw Massacre came out before Black Christmas, but still, they're kind of parallels to each other, because I feel like Black Christmas is a totally different film than the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but they both paid so much to the genre itself that it's hard not to recognize both for being like staples in the horror genre.
I agree, man. I agree.
Got Margot Kidder in here. Got a bunch of different actresses and actors.
Man, that afro was great.
Oh, I love that afro, dude. Drinking some whiskey there, I believe. If it'll cut back to her. It's not going to cut back to her. She was drinking some whiskey. I'm drinking a beer. Got a cold one right here. Oh, there she is. But, yeah, this has been 4 minutes, guys. I'm going to shut the fuck up. Like I said before. And, yeah, we'll see you guys back here in a little bit with some more clips. Alright, guys, so we're about midway through Black Christmas. Got a really cool scene here. Try to let a little bit of it play. Love this movie. Had some good food, but it's gone now. And I mean, there's some more downstairs, but what I was eating is completely gone. I demolished that shit. So, still watching the movie, drinking a few beers, talking to Chris, and yeah, man. What do you think about Joe Bob's Red Christmas so far?
I think it's been pretty good. Can't wait to see what we're watching next. I can't wait to see what they're going to do at the main end. They said something about Darcy getting impaled by antlers.
Yeah.
I bet that would be really cool if that does happen.
Oh, yeah. That'll kind of be a parallel to Silent Night, Deadly Night. That'd be cool. Linnea Quigley getting impaled on those antlers. I don't think we'll watch Silent Night, Deadly Night. I'm hoping we see Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2, which basically shows all of Silent Night, Deadly Night, so it'll be like watching that, watching the incomparable Eric Friedman. This motherfucker was 38 years old when he filmed. That son of a bitch is 83 years old now. 38 years of age.
Dude, that guy don't have a wrinkle one.
He don't. He's rocking 40, man. What the fuck? That's ridiculous, dude.
Man. That's
a green turtleneck. Man.
Yeah, green turtleneck.
Yeah. Joe Bob was telling us all these amazing facts. This dude, he was the oldest guy to play, and I was like, what the fuck? He's 38 years old. Like, I actually, honestly, I said he was probably dead, but he's alive somehow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is crazy, man.
I can't believe he's that old whenever he's filming this movie.
I know, man. Pushing 40 in 1974. Jesus Christ. That's crazy. No words can express what I'm thinking right now. I don't even know.
I'm at a loss for words.
I'm at a loss for words. All jokes aside, guys, it's been a fun movie madness so far. I can't wait to see what we have next. So glad that Black Christmas was first on the list. I kind of figured it would be last. I'm just glad to get to watch it nonetheless.
I agree.
So yeah, gonna keep drinking some beer. Gonna keep on this Joe Bob train. See what we got next. And yeah, Chris, you got anything else to say before I cut the video? Alright, so we just finished Black Christmas not too long ago, and we are...
Dude, this kid in this intro killed me.
We're moving on to... honestly, we both talked about this a little while ago. We didn't think that this movie was going to get picked, and it has, and that's Jack Frost. Not let down. I'm glad that I'm getting to see this movie again. But I was expecting something like Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 or something like that next. That'll probably be the last one, I'm assuming. But what really bumfuzzles me is that Joe Bob ranked Black Christmas 3 stars and ranked Jack Frost 3.5 stars. What do you have to say about that, Chris?
I think Black Christmas is definitely a better horror film and, Christmas horror film than Jack Frost. So for me, yeah, that kind of confused me as well. But Jack Frost is fun. Definitely not better than Black Christmas, in my opinion.
No, I don't think so either. I mean, and it's been a long time since I've seen the film, but I don't know, man. Joe Bob didn't really seem... I'm not saying that he didn't like Black Christmas, but he didn't seem to be too fond of it, like as much as we are, or other fans are. he was talking a little bit of shit about it. I'll be honest. So I don't know, man. Me personally, I would say Black Christmas as opposed to Jack Frost. Probably, if you're looking at a 5-star versus a 4 or versus a 3-star, that's probably what I'd give it. If I had to give the two a rating, but it's been a long time since I've seen it. I don't think my opinion will change much. I mean, Black Christmas is so great. One thing that Joe Bob said he didn't like was he didn't like the ambiguous intent of the character Billy. He wanted it to be a character that was like pre-involved with the story and somebody that was shown and stuff like that. And that's me and Chris kind of found the magic in that part. Like that was kind of magic to me and him because it was something that it added a spark to the movie that not many movies have had either before or after, especially in 1974. So that I like that a lot. That it didn't have anything to do with the cast. Really
I
like
agree
that.
completely. Yeah, it's like a whole new creep factor to it because you're thinking, oh, it could be somebody that they know.
Yeah,
It's like no, it's just a random person.
random person. That's what I like too.
Yeah.
Joe Bob didn't like that apparently. But we're starting Jack Frost. I'll show you guys what I'm working with over here in the beer cooler. Let's see. About to say beer cooler. Can't speak. About to say beer cooler. Got the beer cooler right here. And there's 2 beers left. Don't know if I've got enough to deal with the next 2 films. Joke's on you guys. I got another 12-pack downstairs, so I'm ready to go.
Oh shit.
Yes. So I have half a piece of buffalo chicken calzone, and I didn't do it. No, did not do it at all. That was pretty cool. Like an old
That opening happy, scary story with the nasty storyteller talking to the little girl, that was writer-director Michael Cooney, a British guy who's 26 years old when he made this. It was originally going to be a 30 million.
It's hard to talk between these because you get to learn so much from Joe Bob in between. So, but I wanted to do a quick cut and still eating some calzone. Like I said, buffalo chicken. Still drinking a ice cold Bud Light Platinum. It's, let's see, I don't know what time it is. 12 a.m. Chris is still on here. What you doing, bro?
What'd you call me?
Nothing.
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 He's recording.
Oh yeah, I am recording.
Nice. Just watching. Well, not really watching it right now. It's on a break.
Yep.
Checking out Jack Frost. It's been a little bit since I've seen it.
Yeah, it's been years since I've seen it. I mean, it's really refreshing.
I like how lighthearted it is. Doesn't take itself seriously at all.
Yeah, it's the opposite of Black Christmas.
Oh yeah, for sure. Completely polar opposite movies.
In a good way. I mean,
Yeah, oh yeah, in a fun way.
I mean, it kind of goes. I mean, I'm glad they played Black. I was assuming they played Black Christmas last, but I'm glad they did it first. And they're gonna, they're going to something lighthearted. And then maybe at the end of it, they're gonna go to something kind of in the middle. I'm assuming they're gonna do Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. I don't know, but that's what I'm assuming. That's what we're, assuming that we actually make it to that movie without falling asleep. But
Yeah, I'm pretty tired. I don't know about you, but
oh yeah, man, yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired with work today, and the alcohol has made me more tired.
I actually woke up pretty early today myself. I think I woke up about 7.
I think I woke up. It was a little after 7, but it was close to that.
Right, we've been up for a while.
Oh yeah.
So hopefully we can try try to make it, but if we don't, then we apologize.
Yep, gonna try my best. Try my best to make it through to the end. I've got this beer, and then I've got one more beer, and then I've got 12 more down there, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. So we'll see. So we didn't get to finish the movie Madness last night, but the beauty of the Red Christmas and the Joe Bob specials in general is they will be on Shudder the next day. So we figured that we would go ahead and finish it tonight. So it is not Friday anymore, but it's Saturday. Currently 6:32 p.m. And yeah, we were right. We figured Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 would be one of the films that we would watch. And it looks like that's what we're going to do, man. What do you think about Silent Night, Deadly Night, just in general, the first film and the second film?
The first one I like quite a bit. I've not really seen it a lot, not as much as Black Christmas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I do like the first one quite a bit. I think I've only seen bits and pieces of the second one, so this might be my first time watching it entirely. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I like Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. The majority of the film is a recap of the first one. I guess you could skip the first one if you absolutely needed to. If you needed, like, the Eric Freeman experience and you just wanted to watch Silent Night, Deadly Night 2 and get the best of both worlds, which is kind of what it does. I enjoy it, but I do love the first one. I mean, it's a Christmas classic, something I gotta watch every December. So, but I'm excited to wrap this Red Christmas up. We didn't want to leave you guys, hanging with just the last clip on Jack Frost. Wanted to kind of finish it the best way that we could, so that's what we're gonna do. And yeah, man, I guess we'll get going and try to see how many clips that we can get in here. And yeah, there's Darcy. She makes good videos on the internet.
Yeah.
Very good videos. See you guys back here in a little bit with some more clips. Okay, guys, so I would say we're about midway through, if not more, on Joe Bob's Red Christmas, on Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2. Yeah, not a bad film. I mean, it gets a lot of hate, I think, because of the flashback stuff. I enjoy the Eric Freeman stuff. I can take it or leave it. I mean, as opposed, like I said, earlier with the first film, I absolutely loved the first Silent Night, Deadly Night, and that's basically that movie combined with this. So it's not a bad movie at all. It gets a lot of hate, and I don't really see why. Eric Freeman does a really good job being, Ricky. I think he's pretty crazy in it. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, from what I've seen of it, we're really just now getting into the parts that aren't from the first film. So far, I like it. It's not, a little disappointing that half of it is the first movie.
Yeah.
I wish it could have been a completely, new film. Mm-hmm. But, hey, the stuff from the first film is always good to see again. And I think Eric Freeman does a pretty good job so far. He's a pretty creepy-looking guy.
He is, man. He really is. It's, yeah, I mean, that was what disappointed me the most when I first saw this. I was coming off the hype, I believe, I mean, it's been years ago, but when I first watched Silent Night, Deadly Night, and then I put Silent Night, Deadly Night Part 2 in, and I was expecting a completely new sequel, and the first 40 to 45 minutes were, or at least, it might not be 40, at least half an hour I know of, if not more, of scenes were devoted to showing flashbacks from the first movie, and it was a little upsetting. But if you haven't seen Silent Night, Deadly Night all year and you want to skip that movie and just watch Part 2, you're really getting the best of both worlds. And I'm not downgrading the first movie. I love that one, but it's a fun little flick. It's not bad. I enjoy it. I like the scenes that we're just starting to get into, like Chris said, over the flashback stuff. We're starting to see the Eric Freeman stuff, and it just keeps getting more wild and more wacky as it goes along. And I can't wait to see the end of this special. I know Darcy's supposed to be getting impaled on antlers, so I'm excited to see that.
Yeah,
thought
that should be good.
and I thought he was supposed to have some guests too. Was that happening in this episode, or did that happen in the Jack Frost episode?
It was supposed to, but they had like a little segment where like people didn't show up.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean? So it might be towards the end if they do
Yeah.
show up. They could be pulling their chain, but
Well, here's another clip for you guys. Just wanted to check in, let you guys know where we're at in the film. Having a lot of fun, and yeah, it's always a good time with Joe Bob specials. So we're gonna cut out now. Probably do one more clip before we get to the reviews, and just want to thank you guys for watching so far. And yep, see you guys back here in a little bit. I had to catch a little bit of the garbage day scene here before. This is awesome. Just Eric Freeman's deliveries are hilarious.
Nobody funny stuff.
Oh shit. Oh god, he's got a gun. Oh man. Had to get at least one last clip in here, especially of this scene.
yeah.
I'm trying to wait around for the garbage day thing. Should be here in just a moment. Good. Motherfucker. Dude, Eric Freeman did really good with this. Especially this last scene. I don't even know. I think he said there was like no direction of how they wanted him to play this. So oh, here we go. So when many people think about Christmas movies, automatically their minds go to such Christmas films as It's a Wonderful Life, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and lastly, Bob Clark's classic, A Christmas Story. But my mind seems to drift to a further place, a darker place, if you will. It's a flip side of Bob Clark's imagination, a very dark and ominous touch on A Christmas Story. And that film for me is Black Christmas. Now, Black Christmas was the beginning of its time. It was really innovative for 1974, obviously directed by Bob Clark. Everything from the shots to the acting to the directing to the writing, everything within this film was brutal yet pristine, was classy yet savage. I love the actors in this. Margot Kidder, who I was actually pretty attracted to in this movie because she seemed to hold her alcohol pretty well and she had a really smart and foul mouth. Olivia Hussey as sort of the innocent sorority sister, but also a sorority sister who is pregnant. So she's not the virgin that Jamie Lee Curtis would be in Halloween. Andrea Martin, John Saxon as the concerned police officer, the concerned detective, if you will. I love the demonic and iconic sounds of the obscene calls from Billy. Everything in this film is so suspenseful. The POV, not only the POV shots, but the POV kills. Everything right down to the last scene of Black Christmas will truly make your skin crawl. And I guess that's all I have to say about the classic film from 1974. It was mirrored by another film from 1974, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which feels 110% different than this film. I don't know how to say it other than it's elegantly beautiful and disturbing. Black Christmas will forever be one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Christmas-themed horror films of all time. So Jack Frost is very much a product of its time. It was made in 1997, directed by Michael Cooney, who would go on to write and direct Jack Frost 2, as well as a film called Six Souls. He's got tons of other writing credits under his belt. It had some familiar faces: Scott McDonald, Marcia Clark, Shannon Elizabeth from American Pie, who has a very unfortunate encounter with Jack Frost. It's basically about a notorious serial killer on his way to his execution. He manages to make the police vehicle crash. Meanwhile, trying to escape, he accidentally sort of becomes a snowman. It's cheesy, it's fun. I think it hits on the right points exactly when it needs to. It's nothing serious. It's not plot driven, to be quite honest. It has some very it has questionable dialogue. I'll just say that, and the plot points, here and there, it kind of goes in and out, and it fades a little bit for me. But it's still enjoyable for what it is. I had a blast drinking a few beers, watching it with Chris, and just cutting up at some of the scenes. And I think I'm going to leave it at that. It's not one of my personal favorites. Like I said, I will be honest. I don't know how it had a higher rating than Black Christmas, but it is fun, and I would recommend it. For anyone who has not seen Jack Frost, definitely check it out. I can't speak for the sequel because I have not seen that one. But, yeah, if you want a killer snowman, this is the perfect film for you. Every single time I take my trash out, I'm constantly hoping I don't look across the street and see Eric Freeman standing with the pistol to say his famous line, "Garbage Day," which would go on in years to come to be a meme, and the film in general would go on to be a cult horror film that many horror fans would hold in high regard. Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, with me, I do enjoy it. Is it a must-watch for me? Not necessarily. I do prefer the first film, although if you want to be technical about it, you could take the first film completely out, put this film in, and you're getting all of the best parts from the first film. This film was made in 1987, directed by Lee Harry, or basically semi-directed by Lee Harry. From the way Eric tells it, he says, he didn't give him any sort of direction, none whatsoever. Starring Eric Freeman, James L. Newman, Elizabeth Catan, and Gene Miller. And if you want to be technical again, Robert Brian Wilson also stars in this film. From my understanding, this was not supposed to happen. It was supposed to be a recut and spliced version of the original film, and they wanted to add some new things in there, so they added the Ricky story, and then you get Eric Freeman, and then you get the over-the-top cheese that just would come to be classic and iconic. I do enjoy the film. Is it necessary? Possibly. I mean, Eric Freeman's performance is almost worth watching the first film and the second film. Even if you've just watching them back to back, Eric Freeman's performance is so over the top. I don't think any other actor could have played Ricky Caldwell the way that he embraces it. And I do enjoy it. I think they only shot for like a week, maybe two, if that. So if it does feel very rushed, but the cinematography still is really good. The acting is pretty much what you want for a Silent Night, Deadly Night movie. He's the complete and polar opposite of Robert Brian Wilson, which I like. For me personally, the original is a classic, and this one is it's not exactly. I don't hold it to the same. I don't keep them on the same mantle, I guess I should say. But I do enjoy it for what it is. If I'm going to revisit one, I'm probably going to go back to Silent Night, Deadly Night. But you can't go wrong with Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, and it's definitely not any worse than the other three sequels that will be released soon after this film was made. So, yeah, Silent Night, Deadly Night 2, Garbage Day. So I want to thank everyone for joining me on this Joe Bob's Red Christmas Movie Madness. It was so fun to film, and from my understanding, there's going to be a new season of The Last Drive-In in 2020. So there'll be tons more Movie Madness videos when that does arrive. And I also want to thank Chris Brock for joining me. It's always fun to have him aboard so we can watch a couple movies, eat some good food, drink some good beer, and just shoot the shit. And it's just fun all around. Hopefully when the new season of The Last Drive-In is released, we're able to actually be hanging out in the same area so we can film some more content for you guys. But nevertheless, there will be more Movie Madnesses coming soon. And I'm going to try to get this video uploaded by Christmas Day, if at all possible. And if I do, Merry Christmas to everyone out there. Hope everyone's having an amazing and blessed holiday. And I hope that everyone is happy. They have received what they want. They have given to others what they want. They're healthy. And I hope you're all just having an amazing day overall. So yeah, guys, I'm going to end the video here and go spend some time with my family. Merry Christmas, guys.